grabs his gun and also sets up a camera to record his door.
I know who it is. I know who's in there.
Ready?
Are you ready for this?
Number 19, self-defense. When James hears screaming and glass shattering in the hallway outside of his apartment, he knows that there is going to be some serious trouble ahead.
I'm still happy for all the ghosts, though.
Imagine letting a giant green insect sit on your finger and eat your flesh.
What the frick are you doing?
A YouTuber named Glenn Larson did a video with a simple description that reads, redneck wart removal.
Oh!
These
Does it work?
Grasshoppers, known as katydids, have no problem being handled as long as they have a chance to eat your skin. In this instance, you can see the katydid work its mandibles deep into Glenn's flesh as it steadily chews off a thick, meaty wart. If Glenn had let it go on long enough. Fortunately, he puts the thing down before it has a chance to draw blood. Number 13.
Freaking thing was
winged
pissed.
Attacker.
Give me that wart, boy!
Friends are jamming out in the woods in Oregon.
That's
when
jamming
a tiny
out?
creature suddenly attacks one of them in broad daylight.
It's a bat!
The bat hits Derek on his shoulder with a dull thud, and all of the instruments stop. Everyone watches in disbelief as the tiny creature climbs up his body, and Derek can even feel its cold snout as it plants its tiny sharp teeth into his neck, just inches away from the jugular vein.
And then it just bit me.
It latched onto his shoulder,
Oh!
then crawled up his neck.
He throws the bat off and
piss! That means someone's gotta take a big frickin' rabies shot.
They are freaked out at this point, but they think that it was just a freak occurrence and decide to play some more music.
I agree.
After the bat makes two more swipes at the man, however, his friend has had enough.
Do you think the music would have anything to do with making the bat? Like, get confused?
Apartment and has it tested. Sure enough, Derek had been bitten by a rabid bat.
Oh, no!
Days afterwards.
Oh, it was rabies! That bat was telling you, I don't like your music, you damn hippies, get off my property! Oh, that's horrible. I find the bug grosser, because that bug knew what he was doing. The bat didn't. It was had rabies.
This is what happens to him. Even the people reviewing the footage can't believe what they are seeing.
I find it weird that
chair move on its own, but it also moves in his general direction. It's almost as if the ghost is pulling up a seat directly across from him.
I'm gonna take a good look at you dick, son. Oh man, come on. Nope. Look at your balls.
At least at first.
When I was a human, I checked boys' testicles. As a pedophile. I was actual doctor.
Seems very legitimate as he becomes startled and tense. He looks behind him to make sure that the security camera is recording all of this for later evidence. Then he hops off the table and stares at the chair before
Oh, it still gives me the wookies.
Scared now.
The wookies?
He waits for it to move again.
It's made up a word. I was so spooked.
So he goes over to inspect it more closely. This is
please!
The most convincing part of the video.
Yes, please hit him!
He would have seen a fishing line if it was a fake prank.
Oh.
Instead, he picks the chair up, puts it back in its place.
I'm disappointed that it didn't throw into his face.
I'm not saying that this video is absolutely 100% real, but it is certainly a possibility.
That tippy toe!
The pub ghost.
I'm getting out of here. As gay as possible.
As a ghost makes a mess of everything behind her. She is mopping the floor when suddenly a sign starts to dance back and forth before returning.
You're telling me this ghost is literally making a mess for the janitor?
As soon as she's gone again, this happens.
I thought that was the ghost!
When the cleaning lady returns, she notices that the sign has fallen. She appears to be giving her coworker a hard time. You can't see what they're saying, but you can tell she thinks that he knocked it over and is now
honestly
him to cut it out.
Thought the ghost knocked it over and told her to fuck off. Which would have been the greatest moment of my entire life.
She is terrified now and quickly runs away, presumably out of the building and into the night. Number 10, dinner time. With two Barbie dolls.
Oh God, I've seen this one before.
As happy as can be.
No, I don't want to watch this one. I don't want to watch this one. Don't let's go look at her and spook me right out.
Instead, if any of them ever watch this video again, it will be in sheer horror.
Yep.
The girl is in the middle of an improvised skit when
I've seen this one. I'm blaming
out to her. I think he was telling her to come eat dinner or something like that. Based on what
you know what the doll was saying?
It looks like the girl wasn't the only one who was listening.
Why she got no clothes?
As soon as the girl says something to the effect of "not right now," the Barbie snaps her head back and gives her a glare. Appreciate the disrespect towards her father.
That seems like a reasonable thing. How dare you talk back to your father?
Of course, this could be
Barbie does not approve.
But I'm not sure how you would make the doll's head turn like that. For one thing, the girl's anywhere near the doll's head. For another, you can see by
any of you move your heads, especially you, Kermit.
Most
I'm gonna
people in
beat
the
shit out
comments
of you.
This video think that it's real. Number 9.
That's the fear talking. I don't really mean it, but
footage was
I love
filmed in
you.
an elevator in Chile. Jose Acevedo gets on the lift and presses the button. Little does he know that this will be the ride that changes his life forever. As soon as the button is pressed, the doors violently snap shut and the elevator lurches upwards. Jose knows that something is majorly wrong and immediately presses the emergency stop button. Instead of stopping, however, the elevator climbs even faster. There's literally nothing for the man to do except repeatedly push the button while panicking as the
he seems pretty calm.
Floors in less than
there's not that much. Oh, there's the panic. There's the panic kicking in.
Swat at every button. Adrenaline taking over as he desperately hopes that just one button will work and bring an end to this terrible ride. He is absolutely helpless and appears to be too scared to even scream. Unfortunately for him, the only thing stopping this elevator is the roof itself. The elevator slams into the top of the building.
Well, I suppose going up is better than down, unless this ends with down.
Walls. He survives somehow.
Yes, I can add it in the video.
Leg injuries. Also, the damage to his
simple. That's my only rule. I just want to know that they're alive.
Number 8.
But that is really freaking scary.
This vintage Japanese
oh God, I know this video because it's giving me nightmares. But pause. That elevator thing freaks me right out. I do not like being in elevators, even though I know that elevators are fine. Especially, I know this is bad, but if I get on with a fat person, I know it's really bad. I know. But depending on how many fat people are on the elevator with me, the more nervous I get. I know technically that these things are supposed to be made to carry tons. I don't know if it's tons, but probably a ton. Still spooks the frick out of me because I'm like, this is the guy who's gonna freaking kill me. He freaking ate a cheeseburger and he pushed it over the edge.
She turns around to show off her new hairstyle, but when she turns back around, something weird happens.
Look at me, looking good. Oh, that's so freaking creepy.
That this girl's reflection does not. When she turns around, the reflection stays in place. This footage would have been very hard to fake given the limited video editing capabilities of that time. But I guess it's still possible.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this girl appears to have a very evil reflection following
her. Look at her staring at us. Freaking hole through us. Guys!
Then you'll know how bad it can make you feel. Your manager walks up and throws some papers onto an employee's desk. She sits and thinks for a moment, then she gets...
Okay, so here's the deal. I cut it out because, as you know, I don't like death videos in the thing, but he stated that this video was never verified as real. I'm still not putting it in. What did I say? I told you there was gonna be one. There was gonna be one. There always is one. There always is one. Stop jumping out of windows, Angela. Yes, she looked like Angela from The Office. And yes, I just finished The Office. The entire thing.
Bubbles. Why are there bubbles in my pool? Craig Lear thought to himself as he looked into his backyard pool. He lived near a golf course in Lakeland, Florida, and he figured that someone must have knocked a golf ball into his backyard, causing tiny bubbles to float to the surface of his pool.
Holy shit,
man! The door and went to the pool's edge for a closer look.
They got a crocodile hunters over here!
So he had to stand directly over the water to look down. It wasn't a golf ball.
No wonder this freaking alligator's pissed! You're dragging it like a dog that doesn't want to go! No! It's so comfortable! It's my pool! Get your own! I paid the loan! I don't care if you bought this pool.
Securing their children
We made a deal.
Craig called animal control and had an
true.
alligator trapper come
It's
to his
true.
home. It took them an hour to wrestle the 9-foot alligator from
Holy
the pool,
shit.
and the whole time they didn't know how it was going to react. The story
Oh
may have
my
had a happy
God.
ending, but who knows how many more alligators are lurking at the bottom of
Holy
pools in
shit.
Florida right now.
That is
Or will ever make a
amazing.
return.
I mean, not the
Number
potential
5,
death,
appalling
but
light. A
that's
group of people in
oh,
Michigan are having
that's
a
like this.
casual
There's a bug on my
conversation
desk. Scared the shit out of me.
outside when something unexplainable suddenly interrupts them. The cameraman immediately
What the
zooms in on
frick
the
is
strange
that?
intrusion.
What
This
is
the
that?
pulsing light, an intensely burning white-hot shimmer that has no explainable source. As the people in this video are talking about what it could be, 2 more lights suddenly appear. The lights fade in and out as they move rapidly across the skyline. Sometimes it's just the red lights, and sometimes the single white light grows extremely large. The objects are moving extremely fast and even seem to be traveling towards them. Still, the group thinks that they are far enough away to be safe. And plus, they are right by their cars in case things get too crazy,
I mean,
so they keep filming.
it's gotta
One
be
person in the
Goku,
group is
right?
sure that they are watching the headlights of
gotta
the
be.
car, but no one
It's
else
gotta
has
be
this
Goku. We
explanation
finally got
because
Super
of the
Saiyan
erratic way
4
the
at
lights
this
are
point.
moving. Now, I'm not saying that it definitely is or isn't a car, but the point is, nobody knows for sure what the Paulding light is or how it came to be.
I mean,
With that
the
said,
I don't
there are
know
some
if it'd be a
local
car
legends.
light.
Some say it's the lantern of a passed-away railroad worker who was crushed on the tracks, while others say
I mean,
it's
that's
the
a
Grim
bit of
Reaper
a-
himself. I'm curious to
bit
read
of
what
a
you think it
stretch.
is after seeing this video.
Of course, it's a
Number
ghost
4.
train.
The Paulding Light. A group of people in Michigan are having a casual conversation outside when something unexplainable suddenly interrupts them. This video was recently taken in Malaysia on a cell phone, whereas
that?
UFO footage
Is
is
that
blurry
UFO?
and far away.
That looks
There's
like
no
a blimp.
mistaking what this object is supposed to be in this video.
It's actually a frisbee. It's just really close and slow. You go, frisbee.
The UFO passes over a house and then takes off in the distance. A short while later, this other footage was taken.
I didn't know aliens were lovers of rock music. What the frick? What the frick is that?
The UFO turns sideways and appears to be observing them through a bright white light in the center. It regards them for a moment longer and then the video ends. Overall, it's hard to say if this is a fake video or genuine UFO activity. Most of the comments in the video tend to favor that this really happened.
I don't know, bud.
Roadkill.
I don't know how
This
to
video
feel about
starts off
that.
With 2 friends in a car.
But at this
The passenger is
junction,
trying to tell the driver how to
it
get to
wouldn't
a
surprise me if
location
it's some
beyond a
government
creature that's
related.
beyond
If they made some
explanation. He tells them to make
technology
a left and they head
that we
down
didn't
an
know
old
about.
service road that's normally reserved for heavy equipment. That's when they see it. A carcass laying sideways
Ah,
in a puddle of mud.
what?
The creature is bloated and pink with tufts of coarse black hair that looks almost like
What is
quills.
that
You can
thing?
see 2 giant front legs and then 2 more sets of smaller
Oh,
deformed legs.
oh
meaning it
my
has 6
God, what
legs
is
total
that?
And a long tail that
It
is
looks
almost
like
as
the
thick as its body.
Hydra from
It doesn't look like
Hercules.
anything they've ever seen before.
Hero!
They touch it without
He's a
gloves, and you can see
hero!
that its blood is
He's
mixing
dead,
with the
Ryan.
water.
That's not
Many
nice
people
about
have
that.
pointed out that this thing could have had some strange disease, and that handling it with bare hands was probably a bad move. But as they're touching
I
it,
mean,
they make
yeah,
another shocking
touching
discovery.
any dead
The
body with your
creature
bare
appears to
hands is
have a
probably not a
skeleton
smart
section on
idea.
its side, almost as if it was raised for meat. Judging from the plastic wrapped around its head, it probably fell off of a truck, which could mean that this strange
What is
species
this
a
thing?
genetically modified organism.
Is that what my
is being
burgers are made of?
transported in mass quantities.
My
Either
burgers
that
are
or this
scary,
friend somehow
but
managed
delicious.
To create a
Very
very
delicious.
realistic looking prop. Fake or not, this is definitely a very creepy video that could very well be footage of something that the public was never supposed to see.
Oh, that mouth.
Number 2,
Oh,
saving the school. This video was taken on the Seattle
No.
Pacific University campus
No.
in Seattle, Washington.
no.
In 2014, a man went off his
No.
medications and shot up a college.
No! I don't know how I feel about that video because I didn't show it. I'm pretty sure I did do that. But it had a happy ending. It wasn't terrible. So I don't know how to feel about it. So I'll just explain it. I mean, if you want to watch it, watch for yourself, but I'm not, because I don't know, the first shot, I think, killed someone. The ending was, some kid who had balls of steel comes running at him like a bat out of hell at his side and takes his ass down, steals his gun, and saves the day. So the ending is very good. Like, I'm quite happy. This is a good story. But you shouldn't have put it in the video. Because I don't want to see a school shooting. That is so much worse than all of it. Hold on, let me rewatch the beginning just to see if someone actually got shot or not, because I feel like that's important. Yes, he did. Yes. The answer is yes. One person died. Oh, that is the worst, Chills. Oh, bud. Oh, bud. I have mixed feelings about this. Because on one hand, it has a happy ending. But on the other hand, someone actually died from the shooting. Andy showed the face of the killer afterwards, which is just the worst. Because you don't want to glorify someone who shot at a school. Oh, Chills! That was bad. Oh, you guys gotta hear this. You gotta hear this.
Call from health car. Call from health car.
Oh, telephone, you know how to cheer me up in times of need.
Number
All right,
one.
what is it?
Hell on Earth. According
Hello?
to the YouTuber that uploaded this video,
Why wasn't this called Need a Hand?
The video begins in a hurry with a man on the verge of having a panic attack in his room.
What the frick? I think I've seen this before.
When he finally manages to stop shaking long enough to film, this is the first thing he sees.
Holy shit! What do? You just start running like you're like in an event where a bunch of people are cheering. You just high five everyone, I imagine.
Each hand comes at him from a different angle, and they all look like they're doing something different.
You know one of them was a
CGI.
pervert. Like,
It's
hey
really
bud,
convincing.
can I give you a little
His arms are
hand?
reaching up from
No,
under the doorway
I can
now,
jerk myself.
as fresh
What is
ones
that?
extend from the
Is
wall.
that baby hands?
Suddenly an eye opens in
Why
the
are the
wall
baby
and
hands?
stares at him once. He gasps and starts to cry. When he
Was that a
refocuses the
hand
camera,
boogeyman?
He sees some sort of tree object with him in his room. This is apparently the last thing he sees. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to
Wait, Chills, hold on a second, Chills, buddy. I gotta mention a little something. Through this entire video, you have talked about the authenticity of every single video. Except that one. You mean to tell me of all the videos, the video where hands come through the freaking ceiling and then make a hand person that goes blah like a Fazbear jump scare. That one is 100% without question? I'm gonna be honest, that probably was the fakest one of them all. Scary, yes. But there's no way that's real. Anyways, folks, that was 19 scary events caught on tape. I enjoyed it, but oh boy, that number 2 was a big downer. So was the one where someone jumped out a window. Fell right on Logan Paul's car. It is a constant curse he has. A constant curse. Pretty spoopy, sis. I really don't know how to feel about this video. Because, I mean, statistically, 17 out of 19 is a good ratio. 17 of them I liked. But 2 of them I really didn't like. So I've got mixed feelings about it. I'm gonna give Chills the pass on this one because I can see his mindset for both of them. One, the girl walking out the window seemed very staged and like something from a movie or something. And like he said that there's no like records on this at all. And if there was, you probably could find a police report talking about it. And for the school, I feel like he thought seeing this man saved people's lives, like he jumped on them, it would be okay to put in the video, but because one person died and because he showed his face, I don't know. I really didn't like it. I don't think he should have put it in a scary video. I could see it in another video. Maybe like if it was like a video on people being heroic, then I wouldn't have that much of a problem. Even if a person did get killed, this guy saved life and it's a show of heroism, but it's not a video about heroism, it's a video about scary. So I don't know. Besides that, I thought he had some good assortments of scares, and sadly, only one of them did I get right. Not one stalker. Not one, unless you count the guy who kicked the door in, but I don't think he was stalking. If you count that, I was still off because there was no wind related. Unless you count the kid who went a little flippity flop all over the place. Maybe it was wind. And your boy won the game. But I guess that's depending on who you ask. Anyways, folks, I have very little time, so I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!